Oh, here we go. Oh, yay! Oh my god. Yes. I don't know why this does this type of thing, but let me move this a little bit. It's crazy. When you go live, it never really works for me. Let me try. I think technical parts. Wow. Okay, so let's move all of these and center this a little better. Okay, let's see. So how are you doing, Glenna? Hello, everybody. Oops. All right, so we had some technical problems, and it never fails. It just never fails. So how is everybody doing? Yes, Glenna, it looks better. Thank God. There we go. I hope everybody's doing okay. What I'm going to do is an impromptu live. Hopefully you will enjoy it. And if you want to paint with me, please gather your things and paint with me. It's going to be fun. We're going to make a mess, so oh my God, congratulations. That is so exciting. How did you feel? I remember when I sold my first piece, I was incredulous that it happened at all. Circumstances were different back then, so that is so amazing. It's very hard to let go. I agree with that. When I was starting out, I felt the same way until one of my buyers, who later became a collector, told me that first time that once you create something, then it stops belonging to you, it belongs to the world. So you need to let go. But it's very hard because at least I get very attached to what I do. So I am going to start today with the Uni Posca pen, and I will also do my Sharpie and the pen before we start with anything. While I wait, because there's a little delay in the chat always with YouTube, so while I see the response, I will start painting. And I know this is crazy right here, but abstraction tends to be. And I'm going to use pencil as well. All right, so we have a crazy mess right here. Yeah, that's why. Yes, but abstract is absolutely amazing. It's hard to let go of. Although I've been, like I said on my last live, I've been working a lot with figure painting, so figurative painting. So that's been quite a nice thing to happen. So let's work with some different colors. I'm going to start with the cadmium yellow. No, cadmium yellow deep. And this is from Daniel Smith. I'm going to dilute this because cadmiums tend to, although this is only a hue, they tend to be very, very strong. And just to tame this yellow down, I might use a little bit of French ochre, also by Daniel Smith. And what I want to do is dilute this as much as possible. And then I am going to start adding water to the paper. So I am in Texas helping my sister while she takes a very well-deserved vacation. I'm taking care of 3 beautiful cats, which are Shadow, Periwinkle, and Stormy. They are really good girls, as a matter of fact. And my Lola is at home missing me. So I added to this cadmium yellow a little bit of French ochre. And so it should work out nice. So we're working here with wet on wet. It's no, not raining today, but last night we did get a lot of rain. But the sound that you hear is the filter for the pool. So it's probably what you're listening to. And because I'm painting outside, and obviously You're going to listen to the birds cooing, and the other day we had a duck fly in to the pool and had a little swim. So that was nice too. Um, Lots of nature in the area where my sister lives. Yes, it's very relaxing. I've been spending my mornings here. Right now it's 11:14 a.m. for me, and it's been really nice, to be perfectly honest. And what I'm doing here is just following the original lines that we did with the Posca, the Sharpie, and the pencil, and just placing my yellows in different areas. Just to add a little interest. Oh, Oregon. That's nice. I haven't been to Oregon. I haven't been to many places in the United States, although I've seen a fair few but of the states, but I haven't been to Oregon. Is that where you live, or is that where you're at the moment? Oh, nice. Where in California? Santa Cruz. Okay, nice. I've been to Los Angeles, and that's it. In California. So this color I'm using is cobalt teal blue. And this one is a granulating color, so I'm going to add a lot of water here to see it really work its magic. Yeah. Los Angeles, that was it. I went all to all the tourist places, and I did go to a concert there, which was nice. I don't remember the location exactly. I think I saw, this was in the 90s, so I think I saw Molly Ringwald. Not my favorite actress, but I did see her. Although flying into California, I flew with, I think he was the first husband to Melanie Griffith. Can't remember. He's Cuban. He was in Scarface. So, yeah. I can't remember his name right now. But I was on this side of the, no, that was the most recent one, the first one. Um, it wasn't the guy from Miami Vice, it was the one in Scarface that I think he played Carlitos. Super handsome man, incredibly handsome. And at those days, I would travel first class. So I got to see him 5 hours from Miami to California. But he was super handsome. I'm trying to remember his name, honestly. I cannot remember it for, even if I tried at the moment, it's like non-existent. I don't know why I'm doing, this is very bright colors, but it's okay. I'm going to try to mute this one down a little. So yeah, that was fun. I'm still stuck in trying to remember his name. No, I'm from Puerto Rico originally, and then I moved to Florida to St. Cloud, and that's where I live now. But I spent most of my life in Puerto Rico. I was born in San Juan, and my father was in the Air Force, so yeah. And they stayed in Puerto Rico. But most of the bases in Puerto Rico are closed now, for a while now, actually. But they used to have the Marines were there. Puerto Rico is a really, really beautiful island. The beaches were absolutely gorgeous. Now, with the global warming situation, things are not getting any nicer because there's a lot of corrosion at the beach because of the water coming into the island. So it's taken away the beautiful beaches and pushed them so very close to the buildings at the beach. So eventually, I think at the rate we are going in a few more years, those buildings are going to have to be taken down because the water is going to take over. But Puerto Rico is really, really gorgeous in many, 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 many ways. Yeah. Now, global warming is uh, the big cuckoo at the moment, and I cannot imagine with the heat that we are receiving here, especially in Florida and here in Texas, is quite horrible. Um, I don't think we're going to be able to really be able to go outside or anything like that. It's just really bad at the moment, in my opinion. And the storms are getting worse, so we get really bad storms in Florida. Last year alone, we had a couple of horrible ones, and that says a lot. The storms are getting stronger. We had, actually, I was doing a video with, well, one storm was actually going through the Gulf, and I could feel it all the way on the other side of Florida because I am closer to the Kennedy Center, the Space Kennedy Center, and that was on the opposite side, and the wind was howling like I am going to take over, and that's the storm. I don't remember if it was Helene, and Helene did a lot of damage, and very unexpected damage actually in North Carolina or Virginia. I can't remember. It was that big. It was a monster of a storm, but we didn't feel it as much. But the winds were pretty bad. On your side, you get the other types of storms, right? The ones coming from the Pacific Ocean, correct? Or up in Oregon, it's very hard that you get storms like that. I do know California gets them. Not many, but you know. Oh, that's nice. I like mild weather because you're really high up in the map, so you're more in the cooler side and lots of rain, correct? Yeah. So, what I'm doing here, just for other people who are following along, um, I started out doing basic scribbles, rather spontaneous with Posca pen, and then I am filling in whatever I see that I want to fill in. And we're creating an abstract. This reminds me of Picasso for some reason. It's starting to look that way. It has that cubism feel to it, even though it's rather pretty organic. And this is the second time I am painting outside. I did a live yesterday, and it was also outside, so the paint dries at a quicker pace here. But this is an experience that I did not have back home, so I'm enjoying it. And I ask the same question to you now, whether or not have you painted outside, in plein air, in situ, or do you always stay home and paint in a controlled environment? So I am pre-wetting the area here so I can drop some color afterwards. And I think I'm going to in with a very, very dark color. Well, not so dark, it's a neutral tint. Rather similar to a Jane's Gray, for example. Hey, Perry. I don't know if the cat wants to go inside. Hello, everybody who is coming in. Say hello. Tell me where you're from if you want to. We're doing a little bit of painting, a little bit of abstraction here, and having a simple conversation, getting to know each other. So this is quite a relaxed life that we're doing here. And I was just telling Glenna that this is looking to me very much like some of Picasso's paintings. But we're just responding to the lines and filling in the blanks, I would say. Oh, okay. Okay. So you set up yourself near a window. So you can have natural light. The problem with painting outside for me, it's how fast the sun is moving. Oh, that's nice, Glenna. That is nice. So I find it really bothersome that the sun will be moving and you need to keep on moving to different areas so you don't get a sunburn. All right, I'm leaving that one there. And I think I will do this one here. So I really do enjoy being outside, but sometimes, like where I live at, it's not really viable for me to be outside. I do have a patio, and it has a roof and everything. It's like it's called a lanai, and but there's so many flies and so many mosquitoes in Florida that it's just not nice. It's not a nice experience, if you know what I mean. Yes, it's the color is a cream color, which I find really nice. This is Bao Hong sketchbook, which is the one I brought from home for painting. And I want to see if I'm able to do as much as possible while I'm here. I still have quite a few days ahead until the 5th of June, and that's when I return home. And this is 100% Cotton Academy sketchbook. But for an Academy paper, this paper is really, really good. I'm obsessed. Oh, the palette, what I'm using is Thomas Schaller, Thomas Schaller's Master Artist Set by Daniel Smith. And I've decided to use some bright colors this time. I usually do more neutrals, but I'm really enjoying the colors here, for sure. I also have over here white knights that I might be using as well. But once I saw the lines that I made here, it prompted me to decide on the colors that I wanted to use for it, because I immediately started seeing things that would go well with brighter colors rather than natural ones. If that makes any sense. Sometimes you can be really, let's say you don't know what you're doing, and you just want to paint, and you do some lines, and the lines will be prompting you to do different things, and out of that inspiration is where you start deciding the colors. I am so very bad at pre-organizing myself before going into a painting. I never do. I sometimes I do sketches, but mostly I do that for my acrylic work. And that's completely different, because even if I mess up, I can still go over and fix it. But with watercolors, you can't really do that. So this is a huge risk that you're taking every single time that you start painting without a preconceived idea or notion of what you're going to be doing. But I hardly ever have, I don't know if it's the medium, that doesn't really make me think about planning things out before I go in and do something. And I really do enjoy that oh my God, I cannot say that word. Spontaneity, spontaneity, or whatever. You know what I mean. And so I rather be more spontaneous when I do this rather than anything else. Sometimes I do prepare. Sometimes I know exactly what I want to do and I go for it, and that's when I do give a structured tutorial for the videos. For those, I really do know what I'm going to do, although I never prepare with colors. I just have ideas of what I want to see, and then I start working. But I hardly ever prepare ahead of time. I don't do it for my acrylics. I don't do it for this either. I guess I'm lazy that way. I'm waiting a little bit for this to dry before I go on. But there's a lot of people who are very good at preparing ahead of time, choosing a color palette, and it works. It works. I just don't do that at all. At all. It's a curse, I guess, and a blessing, because sometimes I pair up colors that don't even make sense together, but at in the end, it all works out. But with watercolors, one needs to be a little bit more careful, simply because you're working with something that, if you ruin it, it's very hard to come back from it. And even still, even if you damage a painting in watercolor, you can always fix it with Posca pens and do some really interesting doodles, and it can be saved. In my opinion, of course, and that's me just applying or thinking of ways to fix things up if I mess up, but based on my experience with another medium. Yeah, I think too much planning can actually um, not hinder, but maybe place a lot of pressure on what you're doing to be perfect or something. And I like having no expectations, because that way I will be rather surprised if it works out and looks really good. And those of you who have been with me for a while know that one of the things that I am is a very honest person in terms of what I see. If I don't like it, I don't like it. If I like it, I will say it. If I think I mess up, I will say I messed up here, because it's the way we learn. And if you don't even say it aloud, um, you won't even remember for the next time to avoid doing exactly that. And that's the way I've always learned, I guess. And of course, I am new to watercolors. I'm not new to art, but I am new to watercolors, and I am enjoying this. I don't want to have a pressure of, oh my God, you need to do this and it has to be perfect. Nah, I am leaving those behind when I'm working with watercolor. I'm just having fun. And in many ways, I think that's a good approach too, in terms of anything that we do. Because the pressure of being perfect or having a set of expectations will actually take away the fun part of watercolors. And I do think that watercolors is a medium that is quite unexpected. You can't really completely and fully control it because that's the nature of it. So, like here, for example, look at the huge bloom I'm getting. And that's fine with me. I'll go over that and maybe cover it up a little. But it's fine. I'm not stressed out about it. We're just flowing here. Okay, so I'm gonna go now with a burnt sienna light. I am going to probably add a little bit of that cadmium yellow to it. And I am not sure if this is going to work, but we won't know until we do it. So we're going to do it. When you're not sure about a color, put it in a place where it's not going to be too obvious. So you can, well, actually you're supposed to put it in a paper and then check if the color goes. But if you don't want, if you're working like me, that you're just going with the flow, just place it somewhere and see what happens. But start slowly. And I think it could work. This is a very diluted version of it, so I apologize if there's a ton of noise, but there is a little dog crying nearby, but I am outside, so I can't control those things. All right. I am going to retouch this by doing a second coat. And we'll do the same over here. And maybe here. Let's see. I feel the same way. I just want to have fun. Yes. I am so proud of you, by the way. Cancer is something that should not exist, but I am so happy that you're well now. And that says a lot of you, a lot about you, because you've been able to beat it. It takes courage. Yeah. My mother had, I think it was ovarian cancer, and she was able, thank God, to beat it too. So I do have her still with me, and I am so happy that she was able to beat that one as well. So I do admire people who is going through a tough situation like that and face it head up and with a lot of courage and without doubt that it's going to be fine. So what I'm doing now is using a second coat of some of the colors to darken or deepen them a little bit more. Some of them will deepen, some of them won't. So we'll see what's going to happen here. Yes, you told me. That is exciting. How is that going? I'm really excited about it because you share your experience, you share what you know, you give strength to others, and there's a lot of healing happening through art. Okay, I'm going to stop here to allow this to fully dry, and then we're going to continue. And so I get to read your comments and drink a little water. I will be starting a workshop that I need to prepare for that one, but it's for senior citizens in my local community center in St. Cloud, and those will be free. And I will be starting out with the basics of watercolor, And from there, who knows what's going to happen, if we're going to go into other mediums. But we'll see. Okay, Glenna says, I really enjoy it. I've got a class at the end of June. Woo! We're going to be focusing on kintsugi, the Japanese art of mending things with gold. I don't know what kintsugi is. I've never heard of it, but it sounds really elaborate and interesting. That's exciting. I'm sorry about the dog. I don't know what's going on with the dog. It's my the neighbor's dog. Welcome to everyone once again. We are doing a live painting session, and at the moment, this is where we're at, and I am allowing it to dry. I'm outside of the house where I'm staying out at, and so yeah, we're waiting for it to dry to continue. But it shouldn't be too long. So if you haven't introduced yourself, say hello. I would love to know you and would love to know where you're from. So 4 years, Glenna, 4 years painting. That's you have 2 years more than I do. So right here, all I'm doing is adding a little extra layer to define the area. Yes, I've learned a lot as well in just 2 years now. But at the same time, I think I'm hopeless because I feel quite unable to um, get some things right in terms of leaving behind my acrylic ways to embrace fully watercolor. And it's not like I don't want to. Yeah, I'm having a lot of trouble doing it, basically. And I tend to make a lot of mistakes because of that. So there's going to be a bloom there, hopefully not, but I'm not too preoccupied. Let me see, where is Periwinkle? Perry, Periwinkle, you want to go inside? No? You're sleeping? Okay. Um, yeah, so I would like to be able to expand and not, I mean, I would love to try florals. I mean, I'm not very good with florals, trust me. Um, I would like to try different things, and I've done a couple of things that are quite good um, in terms of drawings and then coloring in, but I truly, truly enjoy um, the the spontaneous nature of abstraction. It's quite something that I do truly enjoy. Yes. And abstraction, for example, I work this way, which is non objective most of the time. Um, but abstraction can be so many things. You can do stylized things and geometric forms and create many beautiful things. And also, if you do, for example, repetitive motions like rectangles or hexagons or circles, and you start overlapping them and seeing the transparency of watercolor, that can be really relaxing and quite beautiful at the same time, particularly if you do it with a minimal or limited palette, not adding too many colors to it. Um, I don't know if you watched my other live, but I did, let's see, this one. And I had a lot of fun doing this one yesterday, the day before yesterday. So that was really good. That was fun. Yeah, that was different and quite fun. I really enjoyed it. But since I did that one with very very earthy tones, I decided to do this one with brighter tones. And I'm not sure if I could. I'm trying to think. So, going to do a second layer here. And I am going to go over this one as well, like a glaze. And we should see a difference there. And basically, I love exploring things. So yeah. I'll do another glaze over here and see what happens. And what I'm using for glazing is a very diluted cadmium yellow. really, really watered down yellow. Okay. Let me get a little bit of yellow French ochre. I love ochres as well. Here we go. Oh my God, scary. So now I'm diluting this one a lot because what I'm going to do is a glaze again. And another glaze here. And let's see what happens if I add. I'm mixing colors left and right here, but we'll see how this goes. Let me change. All right. That fountain, it's making me sleepy. I'm sorry. All right. So I think I'm going to allow this to dry, and then we're going to do something fun with this and decorate. But I do want to have a glaze here. The dogs are coming out of nowhere today. All right. And is any of you painting along with me? Okay. Some water. Okay, guys, so we're going to take a little break for this to dry, and we'll be right back. I'm going to leave this drying out, so when we come back, we're going to continue on with this one. So we are on break. What do I do for that? Let's see. Are on 5-minute break. Let's see if it's visible there. So I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere because I will just grab some additional water because it's getting hotter. So hopefully this is going to dry out and we'll finish off the painting, okay? I'll be back. Periwinkle, Periwinkle, come inside. Perry. So that wasn't quite, oh, I forgot something. The next life is definitely going to be inside. So I'm just going to say a couple of things for those who will watch this on replay. Do fast forward this couple of minutes that I was away, and we'll continue on. There are still some areas that are wet, but some are not. So maybe we could continue on. So I think maybe the orientation might change, maybe from this side down and this side up. Not sure. It's looking good this way as well, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so what I want to do, and let me see if I can get this yellow ochre going. And I believe I will need the other one. Oh, I can use. So I am going to use a round 2. And this is Princeton Heritage. And what I'm going to do is start doing tiny little mosaic types. Whoops. We'll see how this goes. I'm not sure myself. but it should be fun to see. And this is the part that you take your time and just relax. Oh, that looks nice. um, let's see. Let's see. Airplane crossing. So these do not need to be absolutely perfect or anything of the sort. You just start creating different shapes in a mosaic style. I'm going to do a video about this because you can do really beautiful things with this type of mosaics. And you can mix the colors as you go, so you can have different tonalities. like I said, this is super relaxing. I don't know if you find it as relaxing as I do, but I find it super interesting and relaxing. There we go. Let's see. So we could do one here. Are you guys still with me? So the idea for mosaics is to have different levels of intensity, and that's what makes it interesting. Mm, although we're not going to do a full-on mosaic today because it will take a lot of time. But you can get the idea of it. I hope my friend Cesar is watching this. That he is one of the three that are here. Or so I hope. He's working though, so he's probably logged in listening to us. There we go. Let's see. And so let's see what we can do here. Can you see it? Let me see. Yes. I'm sorry I'm so quiet. This do require a lot of concentration, and you just space out as you do it. Which is rather nice, I have to admit. No biggie there. Okay. Hello. If you just got here, we're doing a mini live and we're doing a little bit of abstract painting with a touch of mosaics. If you want to introduce yourself, you can say hi in the chat. And let me know where you're from, where you're coming from, and how long you've been on watercolors. If it's a different person from the ones that have already been here, of course, during this live. So this is what I love about doing little details to any abstraction, because it allows you to start thinking about different things, what you want to do next, and just relax as well. And for those of you who are coming in just now, I am painting outside for the second time in my life. So I am enjoying this process quite a lot. Hello, welcome. If you want to say hi to the chat, introduce yourselves, that would be nice. We're doing an abstract with mosaic accents. This video will be on replay after it ends. So if you didn't get to see it from the beginning, you can probably take a look at it once it's done. But we are almost finished. Almost, not quite. And when I get quiet this way, it's because I'm completely immersed in the painting. And also the sound of the pool filter, it sounds like a fountain, so it just makes you zone out. Oops. Well, let's see if we can get that one. Yep, pretty good. The idea of mosaics is doing irregular shapes and trying to get them close to one another. Use different water ratios so they can be lighter or darker, and just create a pattern that can be interesting but not uniform. You can do this as big as you want or as small as you want. Depending on what you're going for. It does take a little bit of patience, but in the end it's going to be so worth it. So worth it. Oof, it's getting really hot here. I think we need to start wrapping up because the heat right now it's really quite strong. I do apologize about all the noise today. People are out and about doing things, household things, cutting grass, living life, and so it's a noisy one. Oh no. Let's see if we can fix that one, and there we go. You know what I hope? What I hope is that when you get to this video and you hear all this silence that I've been doing because I've been so concentrated on these little mosaics. Oh, I did a mess. Okay, I do hope that you can take your time and actually mute it because there's been a lot of noise. Just mute it down and relax and do paint. You don't have to listen to me or anything like that. Let's see if we can fix this one up. since I messed up quite bad here. Tons of airplanes today. Incredible. Shadow, I'll open your door right now, okay? Give me just one more sec. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to open the door to the cat. Come on, Shadow. Come on, Periwinkle. Come on, come on. Here you go. So I hope I don't run out of battery. Oh, great. Thank you for coming back. I'm glad you're liking it. I had to let in the cat as well, so all right. Um, let's see. Final details. Final details. I've been actually quite quiet. You haven't missed much because I get so in the zone when I'm doing this type of work. It's incredible. All right, here we go. Let me get comfy. What would I do now? I would probably come in with Posca pen, probably. And just maybe it will work, maybe it won't work. We'll see. This is not going to be too visible, but it's fine. And here as well, I want okay, and here so these are simple embellishments, doodles, you can call them, but they do echo the mosaics that we've done. And let's see. We're almost there. We're almost done. And I think I'm going to leave it as is. All right, so what we're going to do now is just reveal this and we'll be finished for the day. Thank you to everyone who has been here. Thank you so much, Glenna. I loved having you in the live. And hopefully I will do another one more structured, I hope. but I won't do it outside the house. It's too hot, too hot. Um, Let me fix this. No, I'm not going to do that. Um, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really do. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed to the channel, please take a moment and do so. Hopefully it will be worth your time. I am sorry that this live was a little bit quiet, but when you start doing certain things like mosaics, it takes away your mind into a different place, and you just start moving into the painting a lot more than you would when you're doing a class. So I really do appreciate that you guys kept me company while doing this one. I really enjoyed it. I think it came out pretty good except for the little mess I did there, and I had to cover that one up. But it's all part of the fun, and I really did have a lot of fun. So I hope you did too. I know, Glenna. Thank you so much. It was really great chatting with you as well. And so, with that said, my friends, I am still in Texas, so I don't have any equipment to edit my videos. But once I get back home, I will be able to return to my normal videos. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, remember to give the thumbs up and leave me a comment in the comments below. I will really appreciate it. And with that said, my friends, please take care of yourselves. Please stay safe, be kind to one another, and I will see you on the next live. Until then, bye. Have a great day, Glenna. It was so great to have you today.